Okay, hey everyone. I've been testing out a lot of different tools to see how each tool could be the most applicable for business use cases. And Operator, I feel like, is something that got rushed under under the rug. It was released during the 12 days of shipments, and I did a demo of it like once or twice, but I haven't really delved into how could it actually be useful. So tonight I was just playing around with it, trying out a few real estate cases, and then I realized that I tested one case out and then I figured I'll test a few more cases out and I'll just do it live. And I was able to pull a property deed or due diligence of properties. Let's say you're a broker or a lawyer looking to do property due diligence, or your title company to find certain documents. One of the main issues is that you have to usually find the web the county's website, or trying to track down where that deed is actually online and the correct information, maybe who's the property owner, and etc. So what I want to try doing is entering in a few addresses, and what Operator could do is actually, you'll see that when I entered a property address in New York, it actually went to Acris and found the block and lot information, and it typed in all the correct information, and it was actually able to download the deed for me. So I'm just curious how far we could take it, where if you're trying to do due diligence on a property that requires a bunch of steps, that maybe you could just give it that list and just hit go and then come back maybe 20, 30 minutes later with all your information. So that's what I will be trying to figure out how well it will do today. So here I just typed in open houses in New York. So we'll just do a few. Okay, so let's see. Let's do this one. Can you please find the deed for, okay, so that's New York. Now let's do open houses, New Jersey. Okay, let's see this one. Okay, you see here, this is actually going to Acris and searching the information, but you could actually do a few of them. So let's see, can you please find the deed for, let's see what it does for different states. Let's see, maybe a random house in Texas. Open houses in Texas. Okay. Please. Normally, and I think in the future, maybe you could even have an Excel sheet with all the addresses and just be like, okay, great. Please find all the deeds. Deed for. Just really curious how well it's going to do on these different states. Will it know how to go to the different states' addresses? Okay, let's see here. This one, okay. I've entered the address. Would you like to proceed to search find for the deed? Okay, it went to property, Acris. Okay, and then it went to Queens. Okay, confirm. Let's see. Okay, these are working. I think this just opens up a lot of really cool use case opportunities where you could even take this a step further. Maybe, let's see, for a co-op building, co-op for sale, and I see co-op apartments. Okay, let's see here. See what could it do. Can you please perform diligence for and okay. I think it might be a 5 task progress. But let's see here. Okay, what did it say? I attempted to find the deed. It just okay, so here, what did it do? It searched for the Johnson County for the property deed. Okay, and it went through all of this. This was for Texas. A legal description. Okay, so maybe it needs more description. So maybe try to update it by this. See what it does with that. Okay, let's say here. Can she download the documents? Would you like to take it over and try it down directly? Okay, so here it downloaded the deed. So it actually did it. Let's just say try again. But it went all the way there just from me writing find this deed. It went to, it looked up, let's see, New York City property description. Wow. Went to Acris, filled out all the information, found the deed, downloaded it. Okay, resume. Checking downloaded document for sharing. It's gonna download it. Okay, let's see, take control. And it's right here. Here was the deed for the property. So like, let's say you didn't even know how to find the deed or you weren't sure which website to go to. Now you're able just to go to operator, say, okay, find me this information and see what it does, which that's pretty cool. So I would say this is pretty successful. So now let's take this a step further. Can you put together a list for me of property taxes from the past 10 years and tell me what it means? Okay, so we'll keep that running. Okay, this. Hey, can you please perform due diligence and tell me about the previous owners and property taxes? While searching the property tax history and ownership details, encountered a disclaimer requires agreeing to the terms and conditions. Should I proceed? Yeah. Okay, so this is where it constantly shows the human in the loop, but it's going to look up the property records and see what it has done so far. Googled it, went to Zillow, went to web apps NYC, okay, went to different websites. Okay, see for any information that you need to agree to, it will require you to take control. Okay, now it's searching the property records. It's like you could kind of be doing this all at once. Okay, so let's see, what did this do for here? Okay, it's just okay, so it started to search for the owner's name in the property records, and will return the record and search and use that as the criteria. So then the deed for document is available for purchase for $7 for 7 pages. So it did find the deed, it just now costs the money. No, you find it for free. Okay, what did this do? Deed for New Jersey. What did this do? Okay, looked it up, went to the township. See. So this, you actually have to request the deed online, so it gave me the form. So let's say you didn't even know that. Now that's pretty useful information. What else can you information? Okay, find the deed. Okay, so what did it do? Doesn't bother exploring the Johns County website, clicking link, accessing JSAF, found the warranty. It's a warranty deed with double check as the guarantee of volume. Okay, so like we got pretty far, and this is pretty cool that, let's say you don't know what county or the property records, you can just put it out and see what it does. You'll just click confirm. Now let's see here. Okay, so that's pretty cool. Can you put together for me the title report going back as you can trace it? So let's see, a title company wants to try to chase title. Let's see if it will just go off and start mapping out the title. I feel like that would be good for New York because I know Acris, you're able to do all of that. Here, let's see, creating a formal type. See, it says here, specialized database, but let's see what I could find online. Okay, so it's saying, yeah, it needs you need to pay, but it will see if it can do it without paying. Okay, what is it doing in New York? Can you together with many property tax and assessing what it means? What is it doing? Ooh, is it opening up the past 10 property taxes? That's very cool. A closing tab, thing, extracting. Let's watch this for a second. Okay, seems like it is opening up every single property tax for this property the past 10 years. And it's taking note of it because the difference where I'm trying to differentiate between operator and let's say doing O3 to do the analysis, that I don't think O3 is able to go into Acris, fill out all the data and get that information. But now if operator is able to just do all of this on its own, actually go into the websites, click, find the information and aggregate it and then do the analysis, that could be an incredible use case. And I was really trying to figure out like what is operator good for because I just wasn't figuring it out. But then something clicked tonight, and then here I am at 9:53 at night playing with operator, trying to figure out real estate due diligence. So let's see what it does after. Okay, so while that's going, let's see the due diligence. For here, found disclaimer, not only profit. Okay, confirm. Okay, so here, this is going to NYC Department of Finance, and it's going to be entering in the information. This is really cool. And I really feel like people haven't really delved into the real power of an operator. Like I said previously, I think it got swept under the rug, but there's definitely like kinks that it won't do everything perfectly. But if you do find these certain use cases that you could just send it off and see what it comes back with while you do other work, that I think it will be huge. Anyone has any questions, comments, put it in the chat. More than happy to answer anything. It's trying to find the address, but it's not finding it. I think it might try to find the block and lot. But let's see here. Hey, despite the I couldn't access the document for free. The deeds are known, but obtain extra document. Okay, so we got this far. So let's say you were trying to find the deed. Now you were able to at least see that you cannot get it for free and you would have to pay. So, okay, I think that closes out this one. Okay, let's see. Okay, this one for 5 minutes. Search for property records or finding, clear search. This is everything it's doing. Gather several several cars navigate this. Do only find only. Okay, so let's see what did how much it's doing in the background. This is actually really cool. Exploring property records for history. Like this is just going off on its own. Okay. Is this one done yet? Curious if it's gonna remember all of the screenshots and actually put it into a list for me. Okay. Got a several details. Let's give me a summary of the findings. See, and right there, you just kind of have like a summary of all the transactions just by letting it go off. This is really cool. Okay, let's see this one. Okay, so I think that's going to retire that chat. Really curious if it's going to give me kind of seems like it's stuck in this loop. Let's try to take it out of the loop. Because it's still trying to find this information. Let's take this one step further. Let's see. What is the zoning around let's do a different house. Manhattan. Please perform my client is interested in purchasing. Just want to see what it does for a second. Just watch it. Like, what does it think due diligence is? Because I could always, another way might be, would say, okay, find all of this information online. Let's see what happens. I'm like, okay, fine. All right, so let's let it do that. And let's see the zoning one. Okay, what did this do? That's cool. Found the zoning. Like New York City planning, so map use. It's pretty cool. Let's say tell me about liens on a property. See what it goes to for here. Like if you didn't even know how to look for liens on a property, you could just go into here and say, find me the liens. And then it goes to Acris and be like, oh, okay, great. I could look at Acris. And then you could kind of see the steps that it's trying to do. And then even if it doesn't get you all the way there, you could just kind of replicate what it was trying to do and then just get there. So, like, that's incredibly helpful in and of itself. Like, you could just send these off and do other work, and I'm pretty sure you're able to upload an Excel file. So, you could have all of these properties and then just be like, "Okay, go out, find all the information." I just not sure, like, how well it's gonna do in one shot, and I feel like there might be errors or you might need to, like, stay close between accepting certain things that it asks you to, but this is just the beginning of this type of technology. See right there, no current liens. I went to all the appropriate place and that's it. Did it. So we're doing pretty good on this live. In the past, it's, hasn't always worked out exactly what we wanted to achieve. See what's this one still trying to do. Still trying to perform the due diligence. Kind of getting stuck here. This one still did not compile the report. Okay, saying it's gonna each one extract the information, provide me a report. Let's see what it does. Well, it's kind of been working for a while. I feel like it's definitely stuck in a loop. I think this one's lost. Okay, can you find this information? What's this trying to do? This one seems like it's getting stuck on all these tabs. Okay, so here says I just tried to find. I just said, what can it do all these steps? So I said it can do a condo due diligence package. So I asked it for the steps, then I gave it the steps, so it won't go off on its own, but let's see if it'll follow these steps. Okay, there's a captcha. I'm gonna click it. Try to see this due diligence report, what it came back with. Sequence cover, scaffolding, fire. Okay, right there. I was able to pull up property tax information. Not everything, but it's just pretty cool that I got this far. Now let's see what is it doing here. I confirm. Okay, this is a full report. Okay, what's here? Okay, this one's done. That one's done. Okay, so can you give this to me in a list that I can download? That's still going. And this one is the full due diligence with me giving the steps in the beginning. So let's just watch this because it's the last one we've been trying out. So so far, I think it's been an amazing job. And I think anyone in real estate should be trying it, whether you're a broker, lawyer, title, just like the ability to just ask information and it being able to go and navigate these websites and cutting out all that gruesome grunt work, I think is an incredible use case. You see here, just going and downloading the documents, see what it does with it. This one got stuck on the other one. Let's see if it will go through. This is really cool how it's getting this far. Like, I'm watching it because I want to see how it works, but you could really just get a lot of work done. This is like souped up and you give it all the tasks that it needs to do as opposed to just saying do due diligence. Like, give it the step-by-step framework on what you want to do on every property, maybe try to find the owners, maybe try to find the LLC that owns a property and that you don't know where to even search. And now let it just go off and start searching every single website, every single link, and then you come back and see what it did. Okay, let me just say, give me the information you gathered so far. So we could just quicken this up. But I think this has been a very successful demo of Operator, and I'm definitely going to explore it a lot more because the first time I tried this, it wasn't this good. I'm not sure the model's getting better. So now this is getting better. So let's see here. Okay, it downloaded a certain deal, then downloaded certain deeds. Okay. And I was actually able to, okay, yeah. Let's see. Gave you everything to download right in your browser. Okay. tax assessment summary. Yep. Yeah, that's very cool. Well, if anyone has any questions or want to know how I got this up and running, I'm pretty sure you need the pro version to do this, but this is incredible on its capabilities, and I hope you enjoyed. And if any of you have any questions, please feel free to reach out. If you want to brainstorm, strategize to how this could benefit your business, please feel free to reach out to me. And I hope everyone has a great night.